So in this video, I'm going to show you how you can use the Django sites framework to differentiate between content on different domains. So consider, for example, that you have an e-commerce site and you have two different domains. One could be, for example, .com and another .co.uk, and you want to differentiate products on the two different sites as well as currencies. This is something you can achieve using the Django sites framework. So in this video, I'm going to show you exactly how you're going to set that up, and the steps that we're going to reproduce is the following. So we're going to enable the sites framework in the Django settings. We're going to create the sites in the Django admin. We're going to disable the site ID from the Django admin. And then we're going to add the site object to your models. And then lastly, we're going to filter the query sets by the site. So I'm going to walk you through exactly how to do all this in this demo project. All right, so let's begin with an example. So I've created a very simple Django application and I'm running this on two different ports. So I'm running one on 8000 and one on 8001. And this is quite simple to do actually. All you have to do is run the management command, run server, and then specify the port and do that in the two different terminals. And then you'll actually have one Django application running on two different ports. And this could be two different domains. So you can have as many as domains that you want. What you can do is you can differentiate content on a domain level. So what you'll see here is that on this site, on port 8000, there's 3 products. And you can see that the title here reflects the site name. And if we go here, you can see that this runs on 8001, and the site name reflects that as well. And another thing to note is that I've also differentiated between the currencies. So you can see that this one is British pounds, while this one is US dollars. So this is one example of how you can use the sites framework to differentiate between contents. And this is very beneficial if you have, let's say that you have certain markets and you need to differentiate, let's say, taxes. It could also be products, it could be articles, it could be anything, any model that you need to differentiate on your sites. And to get started, it's actually quite simple. What you need to do is, first of all, you need to activate the Django sites framework in the installed apps. If you create a new and fresh Django installation, this will already be installed by default. However, you need to make note of this setting down here. So you can see that by default, this will actually be like so. So it'll actually specify the site ID to be 1, because when you create a new Django application, it will create one model that will be your sort of main site. And now I've just switched this to site ID 1. And if we go back to my example, and if I refresh the one that runs on port 8001, you'll see that, oh, this actually switched back to being 8000 here and using British pounds. So now it's kind of, now the sites framework actually doesn't work. It just switches to whatever domain is activated as the site 1. So if I go to my Django backend, you will have a model called sites, and this is actually where you control it. So you can see that I've created two different sites, so one on port 8000 and one on port 8001. And obviously the first one is site ID 1, and that's why you see that this one now shows 8000. And then if I remove this one, then what Django is going to do is it's going to look at the domain that you access the website with, and then it's going to associate that automatically with the sites that's been created here in the backend. And if I refresh again, you'll see that now it switches back. And the last thing is you need to create a model, and you need to override some of your views to actually filter by this site. And I'll show you exactly how to do that. So I have two models. I have one product model and I have one price model. In my product model, I have added a sites fields, which is a many-to-many. So if I go back to my Django application and go to my products, you'll see that I have 3 products here. And if I go to, let's say, product A, this one is currently only activated at port 8000. And if we go back, you'll see that we have product A here, but on 8001 there's only product B and C. If I then add both and I refresh here, you'll see now it's back again. So you need to add fields like so, and this can also be a foreign key, which I've done here for the price model. So for the price model, I have added a foreign key, and if I go here to my prices, you'll see that for each price I need to select a site. You can also do a many-to-many here, but since I want to associate one currency and one price per domain, that's how I will do it. So one product can have several prices, but only one site can have a price. So now you can associate the sites with your products, your prices, articles, and whatever you want. But the last thing is to actually override your view. So if you have, let's say, a list view that I have here, what you need to do is you need to override the get query set. So you get the current site by using the shortcut get current site, and here you pass the request, and from that you're gonna get a site, and this you will use to filter your query set by the site like so. So product.objects.filter sites equal current site, and this is how I make sure that only the products which has the site enabled will be shown on the particular site. Now, on another note, the prices is a little bit different, right? Because here we have a foreign key. So what I've done is I've actually created a template tag, and you can do this in different ways, but this is sort of just the way I like it. So I register a filter which I call get product price, and here I pass in the product and the site, and then I have a get price method on my product. So if you go back to the models, you can see that this is this one here. So with this get price method, we pass in the site, and then we filter the prices by the product, which is self, right? And then the site, which is passed into this method here. And then we return it as such. So I've chosen to return it like so. So we get the price and the currency. And then if we go to the product list here, I have this one here. So we have the product and then get product price. Remember that this is the template tag, right? The template tags, it gets the product, and then this one calls the get price method and passes in the site. And the reason I do this is because it's not possible to call. You would think that you could just do let's say product.get price, right? Because this is the method. But the issue here is that we need the site, right? We need the site, and that's not available from the model. So that's why I create a template tag which can call the that method and then pass in the site, because you can see I get the site here passed in. And the site, well, you need to pass that into the context data, right? So we simply just put the site in like so, and then get current site self.request. So that's how you do it. So I hope you enjoyed that video as much as I enjoyed making it. So if you have any questions, leave a comment down below, and all the code is available in the GitHub repo down in the description below.